Well, the touch of gloves was there, and Terry O'Connor slightly cut short as the two men make their way back to the corner. This could be interesting, particularly in the early stages, Barry.
Well, I think Little's definitely got under Dubois' skin a little bit with all the antics in the press conferences and also in the ring just to the build-up here. So we'll see how Dubois controls that.
Let's see whether Dubois is going to be able to make that lovely left jab, which is such a powerful weapon. See if he can make it count as he does before. Little said, it's going to be simple, I'm going to make him miss and I'm going to punish him. Well, is he going to be able to do so? He doesn't want to be trapped in the corner, letting Dubois detonate that powerful right hand.
And even though you don't want to be sat on the ropes, I think Little, he fights quite well off the ropes with like the surprise left hooks. What Dubois needs to do is just not get too close. Everything behind that solid left hand, just push him back with it. Whether you're hitting chest, arms or the chin, just push him back with that left hand, make the space for that big right hand to follow.
Dubois' chin so far has not really been tested as a professional, though obviously he's had many rounds in sparring when that might well have been different, early stages, and still looking to find the big power punches. So many of Dubois' fights have finished early, have finished with power shots. If you're thinking of doing anything else, don't do it just yet, because who knows what could happen, and it could be any moment.
It could, these big guys, they go always the same, especially obviously Dubois has shown really good power at this stage of his career. He's in against a guy who moves quite well, good upper body movement, he's hard to hit, really clean. But Dubois, Dubois looks nice to control, take the centre ring, solid jab, good right hand there from Dubois. And not rushing it, not getting too close to the target, so Little can hold or come back with those shorter, faster left hooks.
Tom Little, a father of three, says that this, of course, for him is very much a life-changing opportunity. And if he were to win this one, my word, it would be a huge upset, which would send shockwaves through the sport.
Just seeing good upper body movement there from Little, showing he's the faster of the two.
He has got quick hands. Dubois in great shape, but Little, as we've said, if he gets into a rhythm, there's good left hand though, and the right from Dubois, who got him going a little bit with that left hook, and Little saying, oh no, you didn't, nothing on it.
He kept his composure well, Little got caught with a lovely left hook, and he felt it for sure. But tucked it nice and tight, kept his composure, and weathered a little bit of a storm there.
Left hand around the tight guard. Looked as though it landed on the chin of Dubois, who now goes looking to land some power shots of his own. And again, the little shake of the head from Little, as much as to say, is that all you've got?
What he doesn't want to do, Little, is move back with that left hand on like he's doing at the minute. He needs to catch Dubois with something, just to get a little bit of respect. But at the minute, Dubois is happy just to walk forward. Nothing much coming back, except for Little being hard to hit clean. He's not firing back with anything.
Well, uppercut attempt from Little, right hand landed almost simultaneously from Dubois, and an interesting opening round draws to its conclusion. Let's hear from David Hay and see how you're making that one. Pretty much what you expected?
I'm really happy with what Dubois did there. He took his time, he was patient. When he hurt Little, he didn't get too reckless. He was picking his punches, and he stepped back and was calm. He knows he's a 10. He didn't look like a novice in there. He looked like someone who the body assault as well. Very calm, very composed, putting his shots together nicely. I was happy with Little there. He tucked up well, rid out the storm and stood his ground. So it was a good round. Dubois won it comfortably. But in terms of an opponent for Dubois, Tom Little, he could have hit the deck there. I've seen past opponents hit the deck with less pressure than what Dubois put on
He's hard to hit clean, isn't he?
Very difficult. He's got a cute little shoulder roll. He does. He slips some real crisp punches there. So Tom Little's got a game plan. He wants to get into the second part of the second part of the fight.
10-rounder English heavyweight title. Dubois doing enough to take that opening round, Barry?
Oh yeah, for sure, it really was. And I think what David was saying, I think Little knows not an opponent's just going to look for the floor every time he gets hit with a decent shot. And I think he is hard to hit really clean because he keeps rolling those shoulders, and that upper body movements, makes him not elusive as such, but hard to hit with a real thundering shot. And that's where Dubois, when you've got a guy with good upper body movement, I keep saying it, you jab solidly to the chest, you step in behind the solid left hand, just stop that movement, ready to throw that right hand.
Not a lot between them in terms of reach. Little slightly the taller, trying to tee off a right uppercut inside. Terry O'Connor, who was himself a heavyweight boxer back in the day, splits them.
No, Dubois' jab is solid and it's purposeful, but it's not the fastest. So what Little needs to try and do is slip, rather than move away, try and slip inside and then come back with a shot of his own. Get a bit of respect off Dubois. Just make Dubois think before he walks forward. Because at the minute, Dubois is comfortable just to walk Little down and then go to work.
Like this. This is where he's got him in range and trying to unload big shots, just stifling his work slightly as he tried to land that right hand to the head. Dubois just not committing himself at this stage.
And that's good, because he's not lunging in, he's not falling short with punches, so he's going to get caught. Just inches off there with the left hook there, Dubois.
Little himself was trying to tee off with his own left hand. Now he does just get him going a little bit, and he senses it immediately and is going looking for power headshots, switching the attack from body to head, and there was a nice uppercut in there, and the attack ending with a left to the head, which again Little takes well, as Dubois doesn't quite land the clean shot he was wanting.
What Little can get at the rail is that solid, really ramrod jab of Dubois. That's what's putting him on his heels every time he lands with that shot.
Little looking for the big swinging left hook, but he's not been able to find the target really so far. But that time the right hand was a glancing blow. Good uppercut and the solid right hand. This is good from Dubois, and he's trying to unload here. He had a hand around the back of the head, that's not allowed. Referee looked as though he's going to split them, doesn't, and there's still 15 seconds to go here, and Dubois is really starting to mount a concerted attack.
If he takes a little half step back now, Dubois throws a big long right hand. Oh, look at this from Little, fantastic work.
Great left hand from Little, came back, took that attack and landed the left hand he was looking for, and yes, a Dubois round, but a left hook from Little right in the closing moments, just to show that he is not to be completely overlooked. David Hay.
Yeah, it was all set up by a sharp left hook. About a minute before the end of the round by Dubois. He was patient, he waited for it. Little threw a jab, he slipped it and threw a short, crisp left hook, and that set up the whole onslaught. And I believe that's something that Dubois has been working on, because he threw it a couple of times in the first round, which missed. There you go. He slips the shot, and when he puts his punches together, he's not really wasting. Even if he's hitting the arms and shoulders in a 10-round fight, in a 12-round fight, this is when you can start grinding your opponents down. You know, all the shots aren't landing on the head, but land on shoulders, arms, and that grinds Little down. As it gets into the second half of the fight, Little will struggle to hold his arms up, because it was a good onslaught, and he doesn't look like he's just starting to break sweat there.
Good round for the younger man, Daniel Dubois. We move into the third round. It's the English heavyweight title, as Daniel Dubois looks to collect another belt here, but Tom Little still in there.
He's more than, well, he's not winning any rounds, John, but he's making Dubois work for the openings. And at the end of the round, then he throws a snappy little left hook. I don't think he carries that devastating power, maybe, but it was a snappy left hook that got Dubois' attention, and that's what he needed, just to get a little bit of respect off Dubois. But I'm impressed with the patience for Dubois. He's not rushing his road, not getting too close to the target for the most part, and that's giving him a chance to have a think about what he's doing.
Oh, good shot, and another one. And Little's chin is being tested here, and he's working away to the body with power shots as well. And again, impressive patience from Dubois, who didn't just leap in.
No, he's picking his shots, even though he knows he got the guy hurt. But he's looking for he's not just throwing wild. He's looking for the target, looking for the gaps in the defence. And Little's making that difficult, tucking him tight, leaning on the ropes, trying to keep that upper body movement. But he's taking, as David said earlier, the arms are getting tired now of Little.
Only 3 stoppage wins in his 10 victories, Tom Little, so not a big puncher. Coached by Don Charles, incidentally, who for so long was associated with Derek Chisora. Trying to jab his way in again, Dubois.
But he can see that Little's looking to maybe look for a counter, so Little's just sitting back on the rope, leaning on the back foot. So Dubois not overcommitting with the jab, he's stepping behind it rather than overreaching. So he's thinking about his work, and that's good for a young pro.
Here in the third round, and he'll be going into new territory when he gets past 4. If he gets past 4. But it's not the quick bowl over. He's getting rounds and he's being made to think, which is all very much a part of the learning process, Barry.
For sure, he can think, and I think that's better than what most people would have thought. They thought he was just a big guy who could just punch, was heavy-handed. But he's he's not the most agile of guys. But I think he's showing he has a bit of a boxing brain. He's not panicking, not worrying about trying to get the guy out there too early. He's boxing by numbers, working behind the jab, straight shots.
I'm sure Ricky Hatton's young heavyweight Nathan Gorman will be watching this, and Nathan said that Daniel Dubois can get a little bit frustrated with movers.
But he's not getting. He's in with a mover tonight, and he's not getting too frustrated. What Little needs to do is what he tried to do there, and he needs to start firing back, because now he's making it hard to hit clean, but it is a little bit turned into a little bit of survival mode.
Take a little break at the end of this round, and we'll hear from David Hay on the return. And Tom Little is still making Daniel Dubois think.
You hearing?
I hope you're listening, mate.
At the O2 Arena here, Daniel Dubois is winning. That was a good right hand he landed. David Hay watching, and I'm sure your man, Mr. Joyce, will be watching as well.
He sure will do. They've done many rounds of sparring in the past. I always ask Joe about Dubois, and he said he's got a tremendous punch power. He said the one thing that remembers is he's very heavy-handed, and when he loads up for a shot, you know about it. And I can see Tom Little was doing everything he can not to catch anything flush, because he shook him to his boots on a few occasions. So Tom Little's he's kind of drifting into survival mode now. You know, like every so often when he tries to engage it, he cops a shot and he reverts back. You know, but what Tom needs to do is pot shot a little bit, throw something big, because you never know. Although his record doesn't suggest he's a knockout puncher, you know, in the heavyweight division, anyone on any given day is capable of at least rocking the other guy. So, you know, Tom Little needs to be a little bit more positive.
He needed a bit of success, he certainly did, and it's the success which has gone to Daniel Dubois. Tom Little is bravely getting to his feet. He wants to continue, and he is going to continue, but Daniel Dubois found the power shot, Barry.
Fantastic. It was more than just power, John. It was a tremendous technique that left it to the body. This is where he needs to forget about that patience now, Dubois, and just really put it on Little now, while he's still hurt, still tired. A body shot, they drain your energy, they really do, and make you panic.
Is he going to get another quick-fire victory? Another big body shot, another left hook to the body. And Terry O'Connor, the referee, is keeping a very close eye on Little, because power shots are thudding in from Dubois. But I tell you what, he is game, Barry.
He is fighting back there. The last thing you want to do when you hurt to the body is let those elbows move away from your body, and he's still trying to fire back.
Yeah, credit to Little. He's having a go. You know, he could have stayed on the floor then from that body shot, and no one would have questioned it. But showing true grit and heart, and really trying to give a good account of himself.
Well, you talk about survival mode. That is survival mode, isn't it? You're literally, the fight or flight scenario.
Exactly, and he threw a couple big shots back there. You know, he wasn't just tucked up against the ropes. But you know, his hand
was low there.
Yeah,
but another big body shot as well. Solid power shots from Dubois. One of them looked as though it strayed low, but again, guts, bravery from Little, who absorbs it.
I tell you something, forget about the body shot. He just caught a really good right hand as well over the top, Little, and took it flush and took it well. And again, Dubois though, he's not rushing, he's not panicking. You can see, he's still keeping the good breathing. You know, he's not rushing, he's not panicking, not puffing too much. He's keeping a nice steady pace.
He doesn't look any more. He's not puffing any more than he was in the first round.
No, I know. Yeah.
It looks as though he's fighting well within himself. That at any stage he can put his foot on the gas and really pick up the pace. But at the moment he's happy to soften up Little, which you should do as a world-class fighter.
So last few rounds coming up of the fourth round. First three unquestionably going to Dubois, and in this fourth round as well, he had that knockdown, but Tom Little has rallied. He's come back, but he takes another one. Huge left hand, and he says it was low. Referee says it wasn't low. Get on with it. Carry on. And he ends on the attack. Was it low? We'll have another look soon.
Better. It's out there, but you've got to chase it down. Time to cut the rope. get stuck in. Turn him into him. Learning things my teachers couldn't teach. Reaching heights I never thought I'd reach. I'm part of a crew now, never alone. From nowhere to everywhere. I left a small town and turned it around. I was born in Blythe, but I was made in the Royal Navy.
Okay, not faint.
Well, talking points aplenty in that round, Barry. This is the knockdown.
Oh, so lovely bit of a shot right underneath the elbow there. He didn't. I've got to give Little his credit. I didn't give any chance to get it. It was low, John. It was low.
It was on the back.
It was on the belt line. That wasn't in the jewels. It was on the belt line there.
In the jewels. We know where you're coming from. Into the fifth round now, and Daniel Dubois had the knockdown in the fourth, and into, well, the fifth round for the first time in his career. This English heavyweight title on the line here tonight at the O2 Arena. Going looking for him again.
Oh, good right hand there from Dubois.
And we're seeing the power starting to be cranked up here. No knockdown. He's pushed him down.
Little's been more ambitious since he's been hurt.
Being told to go to the neutral corner. And the referee not having a word with Dubois, saying just get on with it. He looks as though he is poised now. He's really starting to land big shots, and the ref stopped it. He stopped it. Body shots. He was right on top. Tom Little hated it when it came. He's saying I could have continued. But Dubois landing more huge body shots, and referee Terry O'Connor saying enough is enough.
He was getting beat, and he was starting to get beat up. He could have continued, and these things are always an issue. But when you're big guys, you're taking big punches and not winning a round, then I think the referee has to have a little bit of compassion, maybe.
He had no real success at any stage in that fight, other than a few, shots here and there, which had no effect on Dubois. So I think the referee just stopped the inevitable.
Let's just take a look in a moment at how the end came. That was the doctor just taking a look at Daniel Dubois. But this is where the referee was looking to step in. Well,
I think the variety of his work, he's working the body well. Again, I left the body just, again, a little bit low, a little on the belt line. But it was more than that. He took a right hand just before that little onslaught. And the fact that you have to fire back when you're under pressure, that's the problem you have. Covering up and taking more shots is fair enough, but if you don't fire back and you've been under pressure and you haven't won a round for 4 rounds after the knockdown as well, the referee's always going to step in and err on the side of caution.
The rest will be watching. Joe Joyce, Nathan Gorman, all talented young fighters. And let's not forget as well, Hughie Fury as well is very much a factor in there, the current British champion. But tonight, Daniel Dubois has done what was required. He's got the stoppage victory. And here's Thomas Stryber.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 58 seconds of round number 5. Our referee, Terry O'Connor, stops the contest as the red corner in no condition to continue. Therefore, your winner, still undefeated, and now the new heavyweight champion of England, Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois.
It was a learning fight. New questions were asked by Tom Little. Daniel Dubois with a display of patience, and when it came, a display of the power